Hi, guys. Have you ever picked up a piece of calcite and felt that rush of warmth or tingles, but then you see all the colors and the banding and you think, what on earth does all of this actually do for my energy? So stay with me because in this video, I'm going to walk you through the spiritual and the healing properties of regular calcite versus banded calcite. And then we will go deep into blue, orange, and pink calcite. And finally, we will explore all the banded calcites: honey, green, chocolate, orange, pink, Aqua Lemurian, and Caribbean. Then we'll finish with a very special Druzy orange calcite that has black tourmaline and quartz within the formation. So by the end, you will know exactly which piece to grab for confidence, for heart healing, for protection, and for your spiritual growth. So before we dive in, please tap like and hit subscribe so that you can find this again when you are choosing crystals later. So I am Jen, and I help you understand the energy behind what you are feeling so that you can work with it instead of being run by it. A quick loving disclaimer: I talk about spiritual and energetic healing. Crystals are a beautiful support, but they do not replace medical or mental health care. Always follow the guidance of your licensed practitioners and use crystals as a complement and an ally. So, in this video, we are going to cover what calcite does in general and how banded calcite is different energetically. So, and we'll go over the spiritual and the healing properties of blue, of orange, and pink. And then we will go into the spiritual and healing properties of all of the banded calcites: orange, chocolate, green, honey, pink, Aqua Lemurian, and Caribbean. Then we'll do a deep dive into a very special piece of the orange calcite with black tourmaline and the quartz. So please stay to the end because the combo piece with the orange, the black, tourmaline, and the quartz is like a full spiritual toolkit in one stone. So before we dive in, a quick announcement: to celebrate the holidays and the launch of my new website, everything in my rock shop at jenbushman.com is automatically 15% off at checkout. There's no code needed. We have brand new inventory that's just arrived, so you can find every crystal I mentioned in this video already discounted for you. So, what calcite does in general? Let us start with the heart of it. What is calcite? Calcite is a calcium carbonate mineral, and it shows up in almost every color of the rainbow. It is common in the earth, but energetically, it is not basic. I love calcite. In metaphysical work, calcite is known as a cleanser and an amplifier of energy. It helps to clear old patterns, any stagnant emotions in old patterns, stagnant emotions, limiting beliefs, and then it boosts the energies that you are consciously choosing to bring in. Think of calcite as an energetic water softener. It dissolves old crusty buildup in your field. It softens harsh, stored emotions, and it helps for new energy to flow more easily through your system. Emotionally, calcite is often worked with for stability and for balance. It can help you move from chaos into clarity, from emotional reactivity into emotional response. Spiritually, calcite is a transformer. Many healers use it to support spiritual growth, manifestation, and clearing the chakras because it lifts the frequency of whatever work you are already doing. So, calcite versus banded. Now, what is the difference between regular calcite and banded? Regular calcite tends to look more uniform. When you hold it, it feels like a clean, even wave of energy. It is amazing for general clearing, balancing, and amplifying your intentions. Banded calcite, sometimes sold as honey, chocolate, green. These have visible stripes or layers. Energetically, those bands act like timelines or chapters. Banded calcite still amplifies and clears, but it loves to work on your healing in layers. So here's how I like to think of it. Regular calcite is like a big wave washing over the shore. Banded calcite is a spiral staircase. It takes you through repeated levels of the same lesson so that you can go deeper each time. Because of that, banded calcite is beautiful for long term healing. It helps you track and integrate repeated life patterns, karmic loops, or soul contracts that are unwinding over time. So, if you are working on the same theme that keeps coming back in relationships or in money or in your self worth, banded calcite is your friend. So let's go into blue, orange, and pink. Let's dive into these colors. Now, blue calcite is for calm, communication, and intuitive truth. Blue calcite is a gentle, soothing stone. It resonates with the throat chakra and the third eye chakras. It is known for bringing calm, emotional healing, and clear communication. Spiritually, blue calcite softens anxiety and overactive mental chatter, helps you to find the words for what your heart is feeling. Um, and it supports dream work and psychic development, especially through your inner hearing. Like you ask a question, it helps you to clearly clear out the noise so that you can hear the answer. Healing wise, many people reach for blue calcite when they are processing grief, social anxiety, or fear of being judged. It gives you a calm inner space to tell the truth to yourself first and then to others. So hold the blue calcite at your throat and breathe and imagine all the harsh words that you have swallowed in the past. Imagine them melting out of your body and let this stone help you to speak from a calm, true place. So, if you already work with blue calcite, tell me in the comments what it does for you, so that other people that they can learn from your experience. Now, orange calcite is about creativity, joy, and emotional reset. Orange calcite is pure sunshine in crystal form. It is linked with the sacral chakra, which rules creativity, pleasure, and emotional flow. Spiritually and energetically, orange calcite wakes up your creativity and inspiration, and it helps to move stuck emotional energy so that you do not stay frozen in fear or shame. It brings about warmth, optimism, and play back into your body, back into your family, back into your living space. So, in emotional healing, orange calcite can be supportive when you are coming out of burnout, recovering from a creative block, or relearning how to feel pleasure after a very hard season. It is that it is uh, your friend who says, remember, you are allowed to feel good. Now, pink calcite, this is about heart healing, self love, and forgiveness. Pink calcite, which is often sold as Mangano calcite, is a heart chakra stone through and through. It carries a very soft, nurturing frequency that is all about unconditional love, compassion, and gentle emotional repair. Spiritually, pink calcite opens and soothes the heart after grief, after loss, or betrayal. It helps you forgive yourself and others without bypassing the pain. It supports inner child work, especially when there has been trauma. In healing work, people often sleep with pink calcite nearby to ease nightmares or waves of grief, or hold it over their hearts while they're doing breath work or journaling. It is like an energetic weighted blanket that says you are safe to feel this and you are still loved. I highly recommend sleeping with it under your pillow. If you are starting to feel which color is calling you, give this video a quick like. It really helps more sensitive people find this information. Really appreciate it. So the banded calcites, honey, green, chocolate. Here's an orange banded. Here's chocolate. Um, let's get more specific here into this banded family. Now, honey banded calcite. We've got a dragon here, and we've got 3 mushrooms. This carries warm golden solar energy. Metaphysically, it is connected with the solar plexus, where your personal power, your confidence, and clear decision making come from. When it is banded, honey calcite works like layered sunlight. It helps you to reclaim your power in stages, especially after relationships or systems that have drained you. It supports long term confidence building, not just a quick moment of courage. It helps you to see your old stories about power and success and then rewrite them on your own terms. In healing, honey banded calcite is beautiful for people who are learning leadership, you're starting a spiritual business, or stepping into a more visible path. It reminds you that your power can be kind, steady, and spiritually grounded. Great for leaders, great for bosses, good to have in the office. Now, green banded calcite is a classic heart healing stone. It is linked with emotional balance, renewal, and growth, and it's often associated with the heart chakra. Green banded calcite, it adds the element of cycles and layers to that work. So it helps you to move through repeated emotional themes in relationships with more awareness each time. You know, same relationship, just what is that? Same but a different bucket. So it supports forgiveness and release in waves so that you do not force yourself to be done before you are ready. And it's a great diffuser and transmuter of resentment. It encourages gentle but steady growth in self trust and emotional maturity. This is a lovely stone for therapists, healers, and anyone doing long term heart work with clients or family systems. Highly recommend doing your clearings with the green calcite. Got a beautiful palm stone here. Now, Chocolate calcite is a deeply grounding stone. It resonates with the root and the sacral. Brings stability, earth connection, and a quiet inner strength while supporting creativity and transformation. So, when you have chocolate banded or chocolate orange banded calcite, this is an example of that. You have a mix of grounding brown tones with the creative force of orange. And energetically, that looks like grounded creativity that leads to real world action, the courage to face your shadow work and any old fears without losing your sense of safety. So, port, it brings support for big life transitions like moving, changing careers, or stepping out of a survival mode. So, if you tend to get very activated during healing work, chocolate banded calcite can hold your root while your emotional body releases. It says you are safe enough to change. Orange banded calcite on its own is amazing. Some pieces are mostly orange with white and cream banding. So you can treat these as orange calcite that has learned balance. They still carry joy, creative fire, and emotional movement, but the branding, that banding, the branding of the banding, still it helps to regulate extremes. It helps you to stay inspired without burning out. It balances emotional highs and lows connected with passion and desire. It supports creative people who need both discipline and spontaneity. I always recommend this banded calcite, the orange for artists, people who are creative designers. Now, pink banded calcite, this is a form of Mangano calcite, and it layers your heart healing over time. You can imagine each band as a chapter of your love story with yourself. Uh, yeah. This stone is powerful for healing grief in waves, especially after deep losses. If you lose a loved one, it really helps to take it in stages. It helps to release old stories of unworthiness or shame layer by layer. Deep inner child work is where you revisit different ages and you offer them love. In soul contract work, the Mangano, the pink, can really help. So tell me below which banded calcite you are feeling most drawn to right now. Is it the honey? Is it the green? Is it chocolate, orange, or pink? Your body will usually know. So now for the very special combo that I talked about, the Druzy orange calcite with black tourmaline and quartz. Here is what is happening energetically. Orange calcite brings the creativity, the joy, the emotional rejuvenation, and the sacral chakra activation. Black tourmaline is one of the strongest stones for protection, grounding, and absorbing or transmuting any unwanted energy. It is strongly linked with the root chakra. Clear or white quartz is often called the master healer and the universal amplifier. It clarifies intentions and boosts the energy of the stones around it. So put all three of these together in a Druzy formation, and you get creative joy and emotional movement from the orange calcite, a strong protection and grounding from the black tourmaline so that you can open without feeling exposed. And then the quartz is amplification and it helps to clarify what what you are feeling and what your intention is, so that it makes the whole piece feel like a focused beam of light. This kind of specimen is amazing spiritually for safe creative and sexual healing, because the root is protected while the sacral opens. But also for any creative energy, shadow work around pleasure that needs both protection and forgiveness. You can use it with manifestation rituals where you want to channel a lot of energy but keep it clean and grounded, like in manifesting abundance in your business. So, I love this piece. It's very special. Imagine the stone, it's a sacred container. The orange calcite wakes up your joy, the black tourmaline sets a strong energetic boundary, and the quartz broadcasts your intention clearly into the universe. Now, lastly, these are my two very favorites, Caribbean calcite and Aqua Lemurian calcite. Caribbean calcite is one of the most soothing stones on the planet. It is a blend of the blue calcite with argonite. That's the brown underneath. And you can feel that fusion the moment that you hold it. The soft ocean blue of the calcite, it brings calm, peace, and intuitive clarity, while the sandy brown argonite offers grounding and emotional stability. Together, they create a frequency that feels like you're sitting on a warm beach watching the tide roll in. Spiritually, Caribbean calcite calms your mind and slows any racing thoughts. It opens up the third eye and the crown for intuitive connection. It softens anxiety and emotional overwhelm. It helps you hear your inner guidance with great ease. It creates a peaceful energy for meditation, dream work, and astral exploration. We've got two wands in the shop, which you want to hold in your left hand. Emotionally, Caribbean calcite is beautiful for anyone who needs soothing after stress, after heartbreak, or long seasons of intensity. It gently lifts emotional heaviness and brings you into a state of calm awareness instead of emotional shutdown. It helps you to really just breathe again. This stone also supports spiritual awakening because it teaches you how to receive guidance without fear or doubt. It is a it's really wonderful for empaths, intuitives, and anyone whose nervous system tends to stay on alert. So if you work with dream messages or want clear intuitive downloads, place Caribbean calcite on your nightstand and hold it during breath work in your left hand. It opens a channel that feels peaceful, loving, and safe. Caribbean calcite is also amazing for children, sensitive adults, and anyone who needs emotional gentleness. It is a reminder that healing does not have to hurt. It can happen through softness, rest, and allowing. So hold Caribbean calcite in your hand and imagine waves washing through your energy field, clearing any tension from your mind and your heart. Let the stone return you to your natural rhythm. Now, Aqua Lemurian calcite. This is an amazing stone. It's one of the most spiritually advanced forms of calcite. Its energy is deeply connected to ancient Lemurian wisdom, heart centered communication, and multi-dimensional healing. The moment you hold Aqua Lemurian calcite, you can feel the vibration shift. It carries the soft turquoise energy of the ocean, combined with a high frequency spiritual intelligence that feels like a gentle remembering of who you are. Aqua Lemurian Calcite, or ALC, activates heart-based um, intuition. It strengthens your connection to ancient knowledge and past life gifts. It clears the energetic body of fear, doubt, and emotional debris. It opens the upper chakras for higher self connection. It encourages telepathic and empathic sensitivity, and it supports your soul remembering and any past lives and recall that you would like to have. So, ALC is a powerful teacher for those who feel connected to Lemuria, Atlantis, or other ancient civilizations. Its frequency encourages compassion, unity, and emotional harmony, helping you to align with a higher timeline for your life. So, this stone is incredibly soothing. It washes away heaviness and brings you back into the energy of love. So, if you tend to struggle with emotional overload, psychic overwhelm, or difficulty trusting your intuition, ALC helps you soften into your truth. This is also a wonderful stone for healers, intuitives, and empaths because it amplifies gentle communication and heart led guidance. Aqua Lemurian Calcite teaches you how to speak your truth without fear and how to hold space for others without draining your own field. So hold Aqua Lemurian Calcite at your heart or your third eye and imagine a wave of turquoise light washing over your body. If you do light infusions, like is taught in the soul contracts class or in the energy master class, use your ALC and feel it clearing old pain and reconnecting you with the ancient wisdom already inside you. Let this stone guide you back home to yourself. So if you are still here, your soul clearly loves calcite, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which color or banded variety are you working with right now? What have you personally noticed when you sit with it, when you sleep with it, or when you meditate with it? If this video helped you to understand your stones more deeply, please give it a like, subscribe for more content on crystals, on spirit guides, soul contracts, and the dimensions, and share it with a friend who always seems to adopt new crystals but does not know what they do. And if you feel called to bring any of these crystals into your home or your healing practice, you can find every single one of these stones in my rock shop at jenbushman.com, where my holiday celebration and website launch gives you 15% off automatically at checkout. There's no coupon needed and no steps required. It's just pure magic. So, thank you for spending this time with me. And remember, you are not just collecting pretty rocks. You are building a living toolbox for your healing and your ascension. So thank you so much for for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.